Etra-chan saw it. My name is Akamatsu, a 25-year-old working man. I live at home with my mom and my older brother, but I don't really like this house. So I've never invited my girlfriend Yuri over, because I'm home. Oh, where's Tachibana tonight?
Tachibana? He said he's going out for drinks with his colleague and he'll be like...
Drinking, huh? As long as he doesn't get drunk and aggressive again. My older brother, Tachibana, has always been aggressive and destructive ever since he was a kid. He was always getting in fights with kids in the neighborhood and at school. And we can't even count the number of times Mom would have to go apologize to the school. Even now, I was afraid of my brother.
What are you talking about? He's an adult too now, so he wouldn't do such a thing.
I don't know about that. Even after turning 20, he was arrested for assault. So I don't think he can change that easily.
Akamatsu.
But you know I'm right? You've also suffered so much because of that idiot. After my brother was arrested, my mother and I were outcast from the neighborhood and felt the glares of our neighbors everywhere we went. We thought about moving, but being a single-parent household, we didn't have that kind of money. And even after his release, my brother's still living with us.
I know he's got fire in his blood, but he's still working hard these days. He's doing his best to change, so we can't keep looking at him through the same lens.
Plus?
Even if he's like that, he's always had a soft side to him.
I mean, that might be true, but still, I'm home!
Oh? You're quite early. Weren't you going for drinks tonight?
My colleague got drunk way too fast. I couldn't just leave him there, so I took him to his house. And I came straight home.
Oh, I see. Was your colleague okay?
It's not like he's gonna die. I made sure he got home safe. He also lives with his parents, so I'm sure his family can deal with it from there.
I see. Well, that's good to hear. There's some dinner left over. Do you want some?
Akamatsu, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I'll eat. Oh, Akamatsu, you're home too. Hey. It's true. Even I can tell that my brother has gotten softer than before, but you never know when he'll show his old self again. So that's why I'm still living at home, because I never know when he'll cause my mom stress again. That's right. Tachibana has always been aggressive. So even that day... Damn it!
Akamatsu, do you have any siblings?
Hmm?
You know, because I have quite a few sisters, so I was wondering about you.
Oh, well... I've been dating Yuri since our university days. She's kind, bright, and is an amazing cook. She lives alone and invites me over often. But I've never invited her to my house. Not even once. I mean, I guess, yeah, I do have a brother, but...
I see. What's he like?
Yuri grew up in a different prefecture, so she doesn't know about my brother's past, or the rumors around the neighborhood. If I tell her he has a criminal record, it might scare her off. So I'll just play it off somehow. He's normal. He was a little wild back in the day, but he's become perfectly fine now.
I see. Wild, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what he was like. He'd get into fights pretty often.
Like you get into a local gang and fight for control over the school grounds?
It wasn't that dramatic like a manga or anything. He would just get into small fights with the kids in the neighborhood and at school.
So does that mean that you got in fights with him too?
No, we never fought. He never raised hands towards his family.
So I guess he was nice to his family then.
I don't know. He wasn't physically aggressive towards us, but he did cause us a lot of trouble. Every time he'd get into a fight, our mom would get called to the school. And some of the guys who lost their fights to him would come bully me instead. And... Did you hear? Akamatsu's brother apparently sent our classmates to the hospital and got arrested. Yeah, I heard. Tachibana, right? I heard he's always been getting into fights and getting arrested. He was a kid until now, so I guess he was forgiven. But now that he's 20, it's assault. I hope he doesn't get released. Honestly, I don't want anything to do with his younger brother either. Oh, nothing. Anyway, thanks to my brother, we've had a lot of hard times.
But now he's changed, right?
Oh yeah, completely.
Now that I've heard about him, it makes me want to meet your brother.
Why?
You always talk about wanting to get married.
Yeah, but...
Then that would mean that your brother would become my brother-in-law, right? So I thought it might be good to start building a relationship with him now.
Look, what you're saying isn't wrong, But no, my brother has changed, but it doesn't change the fact that he was a gangster before.
Even if he was a gangster before, I think it'd be fine if he really has turned a new leaf.
People don't change that easily. Even if it seems like he's working hard now, I'm sure his past ways will show up at some point.
I may not know, since I've never met your brother, but I guess that just shows how much you've suffered from him.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks to my brother, my mom and I have gone through hell and back. That's right. My brother caused me to go through some terrible times, so there's no need for me to feel guilty about this.
Akamatsu! If anyone ever bullies you, let me know, and I'll teach them a lesson!
That's right. My brother caused me to go through some terrible times, so there's no need for me to feel guilty about this.
Okay, well, sure.
I'm home. I'm tired. Something's wrong with Yuri, too, for wanting to meet my brother. Akamatsu, you there? What do you want? It's not a big deal, but did something happen with your girlfriend? Huh? Why are you even asking that? Oh, alright. If nothing's happened, then don't worry about it. What was that? That's not my brother's business at all. Did I ever tell him about Yuri in the first place? Hey, Akamatsu, you remember that time? What? When we were kids, we'd go catching bugs a lot, and go fishing too. What does that have to do with anything? It was fun, wasn't it? Huh? I barely even remember it. That was so long ago and... Yeah, I know. I became a criminal. I mean, that's not what I'm saying, but... No, you're right. They say that some scars can become a weird filter and cloud even the happy memories of your past. So it's only natural that you don't remember. I'm sorry for all the trouble that I caused. To you, and to Mom. I'm good for nothing. And I've done a lot of things I can't take back. But I've only ever wanted for you to be happy. That's all I wanted to say. Good night. What was that about? Even I, if I'm being honest. The next day, I think this is everything Mom asked for. Oh look, it's Yuri. Is she talking to someone? Who is it? Huh? Tachibana? Why? I need to find out what they're talking about.
Welcome.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tachibana, for calling you so suddenly.
No worries at all. Although I was surprised when we got a call to the house so suddenly.
And what will you be having?
Oh, a coffee.
Have you told Akamatsu about this?
Don't worry. Of course I haven't. I see. So that explains why he came to talk to me yesterday. So, what is it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Actually, I heard about you from Akamatsu yesterday.
Heard about me? He was talking about me?
Yes. But you were a bit wild back then, but now you bounced back. But I still felt like he was hiding something.
Hiding something?
Yes, as if there was something he didn't want me to find out about.
She saw right through me.
I think that I want to marry Akamatsu, so...
So if you feel like your partner is hiding something, it makes you uneasy. Is that right?
That's exactly it. I'm sorry for such an impolite request, but I couldn't help but be bothered by it.
Yuri. I see. Well then, I guess I'll tell you myself. But please, let me just say this.
What is it?
Everything I'm about to talk about is about me, and has nothing to do with Akamatsu. If you hear my story, and you want to distance yourself from me, I understand. But please, don't hold any of this against him.
Of course I won't hold it against him.
When I was 20, I was arrested. I sent Akamatsu's classmates to the hospital.
To the hospital? Why?
Well, it's because they were bullying him.
I didn't know that. But why is he being bullied?
I think it's because I was so aggressive that they thought they could treat my brother the same way.
That's terrible.
Akamatsu's body had scars in places you couldn't really see. But every day, there were new marks. Even if I asked him, he wouldn't answer me.
I guess he didn't want to worry his older brother.
That may be true. But when I think about it now, I think he was trying to avoid me coming after them.
So then how did you know about those people? He hadn't told you, right?
I guess Tachibana had noticed everything. Right. But one day, behind the street, I saw it. Akamatsu being beaten up by those guys. And then my mind went completely blank. And by the time I came back to myself, it was already too late. They all had major injuries that would put them in the hospital and take months to recover. And I was arrested.
That's what happened.
Even now I think about it. If I hadn't been so violent that day, maybe I could have had a different future. A future where Akamatsu and my mother could live normally and in peace. That's what he's been thinking this whole time. No, that's right, and I knew it. My brother has always been, and yet I'm sorry, Akamatsu, because I was so stupid. No, it's not your fault!
Akamatsu?
The reason why you were arrested, it was my fault. If only I was stronger, that never would have happened. I always looked the other way, but I knew that the reason you were arrested was really because of me. But if I accepted that, then it would also mean accepting that our family was suffering because of me. And that was too hard for me to bear. Akamatsu.
So by blaming your brother, making him seem like he was a bad one, you protected yourself. Right, Akamatsu?
Yeah. I always knew that Tachibana was always thinking of me and protecting me, and that he's truly started his new life. I'm sorry, Tachibana! Akamatsu, don't worry about it. I'm really the one who was wrong. There's nothing for you to be sorry about. But, if only I was strong enough to not be bullied by those guys!
Okay, that's enough!
Eh?
Akamatsu, you can't turn back time. No matter how much you regret it, you can't change the fact that your brother was arrested for assault. But, see? There's a way to change the past.
Change the past?
That incident can become the event that made a crack in your sibling relationship, and time that you can never get back. Or, it can be a memory that deepened the relationship between the two of you. You can make that choice, Akamatsu.
Akamatsu, when we were kids... Huh? You were always protecting me, weren't you? Fighting off all the kids who would bully me. Yeah. I didn't know any other way, so thank you. Huh? You were always protecting me when we were kids, and even that day. Sure, there may have been better ways to do it, but I was saved that day because you came for me. That will never change, and that's all I want to remember. I can just ignore anyone who says otherwise, and I've become stronger too, although I won't go fighting anyone. Akamatsu. Well, that's good. You really have gotten stronger. Thank you. Yeah. But if you're going to thank anyone, thank Yuri, not me. If this hadn't happened, I never would have been able to get here.
I just thought you looked so sad when you were talking about your brother that I wanted to see if there was anything I could do.
Miss Yuri?
Yes.
Please, look after my brother.
Yes, of course. And me too. I look forward to seeing you again.
You heard that? Yeah. I'll make you happy. I'll make you happy even if my life depends on it. And that will make me happy too. Yuri, Tachibana. And just like that, the crack between my brother and me was filled. We started talking more at home, and everything felt brighter. Yuri and I got married 1 year later. We asked my brother to give a speech, and I couldn't help but laugh at him reading it through his tears. And then... All right! Thank you so much for helping with the move. No problem. I guess I've always been strong, but you got a nice room. Yeah, we decided that until we can build our own house, we'll support each other here first. That's great. But I gotta say, I'm a little sad. I'm sure Mom is even more sad, so please, support her for me too. I know. Hey, Akamatsu? Was it fun? Yeah.
Akamatsu, the moving soba is ready.
We're ready!
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。そういう過去があるとどうしても色眼鏡で見てしまうものです。 事実は弟を守るため。でも何も知らない人たちは病院送りにしたという事実しか知りませんからね。それは紛れもない事実でなかったことにはできません。しかしゆりさんも言っていた過去は変えられる、この考え方って素晴らしいと思いませんか？結局他人にどう言われようが関係ないんです。自分たちがどう思うか、それが一番大事なのだと私は思います。皆さんはどう感じましたか？コメント欄に書いていただけると嬉しいです。また少しでもいい話だなぁと思った方、チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。